These are 10 iconic guitar riffs that changed country history. The kind that made jukeboxes louder, dance floors fuller, and memories that still echo decades later.
Steal my car, drink my liquor from an old fruit jar.
Midway through our list, Billy Ray Cyrus would ride a line dance craze that swept the nation.
Oh, you can tell my lips to tell my fingertips, they won't be reaching out for you no more.
And near the top, Dolly Parton would write a farewell so powerful it crossed genres and generations. Number 10, Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash.
Hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry.
Some riffs don't just introduce a song, they introduce a legend. The unmistakable opening guitar line of Folsom Prison Blues first appeared on Johnny Cash's 1955 Sun Records recording, helping establish the stark, stripped-down sound that would become known as the boom-chicka-boom rhythm.
Rich folks eating in a fancy dining car, they're probably drinking coffee.
Cash and guitarist Luther Perkins created something deceptively simple. Perkins' muted electric guitar line walked in lockstep with Cash's train-like rhythm, mirroring the story of a lonely prisoner hearing a train roll by. The riff was inspired partly by earlier blues recordings, but Perkins stripped it down until it sounded raw, mechanical, and unforgettable.
My mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play.
Listeners in the 1950s heard it through crackling AM radios and small-town jukeboxes. That hypnotic guitar rhythm instantly painted a picture: a prison cell, steel bars, and a train disappearing into the night. When Cash famously performed the song live at Folsom Prison in 1968, the riff roared back to life for a new generation. Proof that a simple guitar line can carry the weight of an entire American story. Number 9, Walk, Don't Run by The Ventures. While not strictly a country recording, Walk, Don't Run by The Ventures in 1960 became hugely influential on country guitar players across the United States. The riff, bright, fast, and clean, blended rockabilly energy with a western swing spirit. The Ventures built the song around a cascading lead guitar melody that felt almost like a horse galloping across open plains. Guitarists everywhere took notice. Suddenly, country players began experimenting with sharper, more electric sounds. What made the riff so powerful was its clarity. Each note rang out like a bell, creating a melody that listeners could hum long after the song ended. Picture teenagers in dusty Texas garages trying to mimic those notes on cheap electric guitars, or a small-town dance hall where the band sneaks the riff into their set between Hank Williams numbers. Even decades later, the influence of that riff still echoes through country instrumentals and the lightning-fast picking styles that followed. Number 8, The Race Is On by George Jones.
The backstreet parties are going to the inside.
In 1964, George Jones released The Race Is On, and the opening guitar riff burst out of radios like a starter pistol at the Kentucky Derby. Recorded for United Artists Records, the song climbed to number 3 on the Billboard Country chart, powered by its racing rhythm and sharp guitar introduction.
When you wrote me on with a call, don't you wait till that'll hide the sorrow.
The riff, lively and almost playful, instantly set the tone for the metaphor of heartbreak as a horse race. What many fans don't realize is how carefully that riff was crafted to match the song's theme. The guitar line moves quickly and brightly, almost mimicking galloping hooves. Imagine hearing it blasting from a roadside diner jukebox in 1964.
Pretty love never once suspecting what the final results would be.
Before George Jones even sings a word, the guitar tells you something exciting is about to happen. The song became one of Jones' signature hits, and that energetic riff helped show how guitar intros could hook listeners within seconds, a trick Nashville producers would rely on for years to come. Number 7. Act Naturally by Buck Owens.
All I gotta do is act naturally.
If there's one guitar sound that defined the Bakersfield sound, it's the crisp Telecaster twang in Buck Owens' 1963 smash, Act Naturally. Released on Capitol Records, the song soared to #1 on the country charts, driven by its sharp, confident opening riff. That bright Fender Telecaster tone cut through speakers like sunshine breaking through dust.
I hope you'll come to see me in the movie.
Buck Owens and guitarist Don Rich were masters of simplicity. Rich's riff doesn't overwhelm the song, it invites you in. The notes bounce lightly, setting up Owens' humorous story about heartbreak and Hollywood dreams. Across California's Central Valley, farm workers and truck drivers heard that riff pouring out of jukeboxes in roadside bars. It sounded modern.
And I'll play the part, but I won't need rehearsing.
Punchy, and unmistakably different from the smoother Nashville recordings of the time. The riff helped cement the Bakersfield style as a rebellion against polished country music. Louder guitars, sharper rhythms, and a sound built for crowded dance floors rather than quiet living rooms. Number 6. Mama Tried by Merle Haggard.
Where I'm bound, no one can change my mind, but Mama tried.
Few country riffs hit with the emotional punch of Merle Haggard's 1968 classic, Mama Tried. The song's opening guitar lick, played by Roy Nichols, is instantly recognizable. Bright, sharp, and slightly bittersweet, it sets the stage for Haggard's autobiographical tale of rebellion and regret. Released on Capitol Records, the song raced to #1 on the country charts, but it was that opening riff that hooked listeners before the first lyric even arrived.
No one could steer me right, but Mama tried, Mama tried, Mama tried.
Nichols' Telecaster tone carried the Bakersfield spirit, clean, precise, and cutting straight through the mix. It felt like a musical sigh before the confession began. Picture a dusty pickup truck radio crackling to life in 1968. That guitar riff spills out across the highway, and suddenly the whole song unfolds like a memory.
But I refused, and I turned 21 in prison doing.
Mama Tried became one of the most beloved songs in country history, and that brief opening riff remains a masterclass in emotional storytelling through 6 strings. If these classic riffs are bringing back memories, take a moment to like and subscribe. We share new country countdowns every week, celebrating the songs and sounds that built country music's golden years. Number 5. Crazy Arms by Ray Price.
Crazy dream, I know that it's real.
When Ray Price released Crazy Arms in 1956, country music heard a guitar riff that felt smoother, richer, and more sophisticated than anything before it. The intro, built around a graceful electric guitar melody, helped introduce the Ray Price Shuffle, a rhythm that would reshape country music for decades. The song spent 20 weeks at #1 on the country chart, becoming one of the most successful recordings of the era.
I'm lonely all the time.
But that opening riff deserves just as much credit as Price's velvet voice. The guitar glides like a slow dance across polished hardwood floors. Each note feels patient and deliberate, setting up the heartbreak that follows. Imagine couples swaying under dim dance hall lights while that riff floats through the room.
Oh, somebody knew, but now I'm
Elegant, emotional, and instantly recognizable. Crazy Arms didn't just launch Ray Price into superstardom. It proved that the guitar could carry melody, mood, and sophistication all in the same breath. Number 4, Blue Suede Shoes by Carl Perkins.
Fill my car, drink my liquor from an old fruit jar, do anything.
Sometimes a riff explodes into history. That's exactly what happened in 1956 when Carl Perkins kicked off Blue Suede Shoes. The opening guitar lick, sharp, swaggering, and rebellious, blurred the lines between rockabilly and country.
Well, you can do anything to me, all of my blue suede shoes.
Released on Sun Records, the song became a massive crossover hit. Perkins built the riff on a bluesy structure but delivered it with a country twang that felt electrifyingly new. Teenagers across America heard it blasting from jukeboxes and soda shops and roadside diners. The guitar practically
Oh, you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes.
the speakers like the song's proud narrator showing off his prized shoes. The riff became one of the earliest examples of country guitar stepping boldly into the spotlight rather than hiding behind the singer. And decades later, that same riff still kicks open the door to the wild, rebellious side of country music. Number 3, Ghost Riders in the Sky by Johnny Cash.
Plowing through the ragged sky and up
Few guitar intros create atmosphere the way Ghost Riders in the Sky does. Johnny Cash recorded his haunting version in 1979, but the song itself dated back to 1948, when it first captured imaginations with its eerie Western imagery.
riders in the sky.
The opening guitar line moves slowly and mysteriously, almost like thunder rolling across distant desert hills. Each note echoes like hoofbeats under a moonlit sky, preparing listeners for the chilling tale of cursed cowboys chasing phantom cattle through the clouds.
Riders loped on by him, he heard one call his name.
Picture a dark highway at night, the radio glowing softly on the dashboard as that riff drifts through the speakers. It feels cinematic, almost supernatural. Cash's deep voice carried the legend forward, but it's the haunting guitar introduction that truly opens the door to the ghostly world the song describes. Number 2, Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash.
Burns, 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 the ring of fire.
Few riffs are as instantly recognizable as the blazing introduction to Johnny Cash's 1963 hit Ring of Fire. While the famous mariachi-style horns grab attention, the guitar underneath provides the rhythmic backbone that drives the song forward.
The burning thing, and it makes
Released on Columbia Records, the track shot to #1 on the country charts and became one of Cash's biggest hits worldwide. The riff works like a heartbeat, steady, hypnotic, and impossible to ignore. When listeners first heard it on their car radios in 1963, the sound felt bold and different. Country music rarely leaned into such dramatic instrumentation, and the guitar rhythm helped anchor the fiery arrangement.
ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went high.
From smoky dance halls to quiet living rooms, the song's opening instantly transported people into the burning emotion Cash described. More than 60 years later, those opening notes still ignite the same spark. Number 1, Honky Tonk by Bill Doggett. At the top of our list sits a riff so powerful it reshaped the language of guitar playing across multiple genres. Honky Tonk by Bill Doggett. Released in 1956, the instrumental smash topped the R&B charts for weeks and crossed into country dance halls thanks to its unforgettable guitar hook. The riff, played with gritty confidence, practically invented the sound of barroom swagger. The guitar growls and struts through the melody like a regular walking into his favorite Saturday night honky tonk. Picture neon lights buzzing outside a roadside bar, boots tapping on a wooden floor, and that riff echoing through the room. It's simple, bold, and endlessly repeatable. The perfect recipe for musical immortality. If you've enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more country classics every week. And there you have it. 10 iconic guitar riffs that changed country history. From Bakersfield twang to Sun Records swagger, each of these riffs proved that sometimes just a handful of notes can define an entire era. These guitar lines weren't just introductions to songs. They were invitations to stories, dance floors, and memories that still live on today. Thank you for taking this ride through country music's greatest riffs. And don't miss our next countdown. 10 unforgettable country songs that turned 60 in 2025, hits from 1965. A new decade was arriving, and the sound of country music was about to evolve once again. Until then, keep the music close, and let that guitar twang carry you home.